Super Bowl 58 has concluded, as the rest of the NFL season, and the Kansas City Chiefs are champions once again. Before I get into the breakdown analysis or just really summarization of what happened in the bowl, just because football is over doesn't mean this channel is over. I am going to try to consistently upload NFL, all things football, even in the off season. Okay, we still have the NFL draft. We still have free agent signing. We still have the off season. We still have anything in between, OTAs, spring training camp, and then by the time you know it, football will be here, right? But that's neither here or there. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. Where to begin? I'm not going to take too long. The 49ers came out looking like the more superior, dominant team, right? Easily. The defense, especially Dre Greenlaw, and we'll get into that here in a bit, looked electric, like they are known to be, right, in the past couple years. They had, especially during Dre Greenlaw, they had Patrick Mahomes looking like a deer in headlights, right? He could not find anything for the life of him, right? Constant 3 and outs. Up until that miscommunication with Jair Brown down the field, and which eventually led to Isaiah Pacheco's fumble. But before that, we had CMC going down the field. He fumbled, so that Pacheco fumble kind of canceled both their fumbles, right? But I'm going all over the place. Anyways, the defense had Patrick Mahomes looking scary, right? And then Brock Purdy didn't do amazing, but he didn't do bad. He did well. He did good for his first Super Bowl. And we know everything that Brock Purdy's been up to at this moment. We know his story, right? He did well. The defense, like I said, was dominant. He drove downfield with CMC. And right before that fumble, even after, they were driving, doing well. You know, they were up 10-0 for the longest time. And then where everything lined up for the Chiefs fans, right? Or for the Chiefs. 57 going down, Dre Greenlaw, right? Huge loss. Literally changed the entire atmosphere, momentum of the game, right? I know I'll try to put it up, but Dre Greenlaw, and we all knew it too. Like, my family, huge 49ers fans, diehards, right? I was, supporting them because I went for the Chiefs in 2020 when they faced each other, because I wanted Pat Mahomes to win one, right? But I was going for the 49ers now because they lost in 2012, they lost in 2020. I did not want to see 3 in a row, right? That's devastating. We all knew, right? We saw Dre Greenlaw's injury. We all looked at each other and we said, and honestly, the most horrific, gruesome, inopportune injury of all time in sports. And I don't even mean like physically, like the injury, just the moment, the situation, the timing. The biggest loss, biggest injury loss ever, right? This dude was playing out of his mind, even better than Fred Warner. He was the most electric player on the field without a doubt. Anywhere the ball went to, this dude was near and he was flying, yo. Like, he was playing crazy. And you could see it. And then, poor dude. I know you don't, I'll try to put up the mic the moment.
57 got hurt over there.
Did Dre just get hurt running out on the field?
Damn, bro. We got a snap out of it for him.
Everybody knew When he went down, that was it. Patrick Mahomes and everybody in the Chiefs sidelines was like, yo, 57's down, 57's down. And then George Kittle was even like, did Dre Greenlaw tear his Achilles? That's depressing, right? And then the most depressing part was seeing that mic'd up and just seeing Fred Warner he knew. Fred Warner knew before everybody that Dre Greenlaw wasn't coming back from that injury, right? And then the no, he yelled.
Get like we thought. Get like we thought. Hey! No! Hey! 57 got hurt.
Was literally like Academy Award like winning. Like, no, so pure, like so innocent of a yeah saying no. Like, that was just so sad, yo. And it changed everything. It changed full circle of the game, right? Momentum totally changed because this dude Dre Greenlaw was the heartbeat of that defense that game. And we couldn't see it, but we knew Fred Warner was going to play entirely different. We knew he was lost, depressed, confused, without his brother in arms, right? His partner in crime, his soldier right next to him, looking to his right, and it's not 57. I knew it changed everything about him, right? The mindset, his mentality was just different. And you could see it. You could totally see it, right? And that was the beginning of the end, right? And the whole time, the 49ers still played well, but they kept 15 at bay. And Andy Reid, right? And Steve Spags. You can't. Dudes like Patrick Mahomes, dudes like Tom Brady, you got to put them away early, quick, and you got to keep your foot on the gas, right? You have to keep your foot on the gas. We saw when you don't, right? With the Falcons and the Patriots in the Super Bowl, right? Guess who was the offensive coordinator at that time? Kyle Shanahan. I thought he would know, hey, 10's not enough. I think for the longest time it was 10-0. They should have all been telling each other 10 is not enough. The play calling, play schemes need to be more aggressive, right? And we didn't see that, right? And then Dre Greenlaw's injury, the muff punt, right? Which is, I forgot who the 49er was. Wasn't his fault. He was blocking, for his return man. And it touched his foot, right? And then it forced the 49er returner, I forgot his name, to jump on the ball, right? Because if not, it's the Chiefs. And then it got messy. Chiefs got the ball there at the 5, and then first blood, right? Out of all people, MVS scores the touchdown. And that was that, right? That was that. The 49ers did get a little bit more aggressive. They didn't score till like the 4th, but again, they kept 15 at bay, right? So what happens? Overtime happens, right? And then we get to overtime, and then I don't know why there was so much controversy over this. Like, we didn't know the rules of overtime. It's really not that hard. Like, it's really not that hard, right? The team who gets the ball first, hey, you could score a 3 or 6, but the team, the other side of the team, the Chiefs, get a chance to do the same, score 3. If they score 3, which they did, they get a chance to score 3 as well and keep it going. But obviously, since the 49ers scored a field goal, a tutty ends the game, right? It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. And I had so many debates at work saying, oh no, if you win the coin toss now, you have to defer. I honestly think it doesn't matter. Honestly think it doesn't matter, right? If you get the ball first, hey, you score 6, all the pressure is on the other team to match, right? And then vice versa. I mean, you get a stop, yeah, obviously, right? You stop them to not scoring anything, and you just put up 3 and it's game over, right? It's not that hard. It's not that complicated. I don't know why there was so much confusion. It's that simple, right? You score a field goal, you get the ball first in OT, you score a field goal, the other team could win the game with a tutty or match you with 3 and keep it going. It's literally that simple, right? Or if you score 6, the other team has to score 6, and if they don't score 6, it's game over. It's not that hard, guys. I don't know why everybody was so confused, right? But obviously, the 49ers scored 3, and then we have Patrick Mahomes drive downfield, and he finds McCole Hardman, his first catch, right? Tutty. Even MVS's first catch, Tutty, right? Out of all the people we thought who would score, it was those two, right? McCole Hardman scores the game-winning touchdown, and Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs get 3 rings within the last, 4 years? And we have Dynasty Talk talking now, right? And that is pretty much my breakdown or summarization of the Super Bowl, right? What has transpired since then, right? What can we talk about real quick before I end this video, because my timer is going off. I don't want to make this too long. Patrick Mahomes sneaking up to be the GOAT, the greatest quarterback of all time. I think he is. As far as talent-wise, career-wise, obviously he has to chase Tom Brady, and he's there. He's on the track. He can see him in the distance. Tom Brady can see him in the rearview mirror coming. Brock Purdy, he played well. I'm not worried about him. I know they got rid of their defensive coordinator, Steve Wilks, which was not all his fault. You lose Dre Greenlaw, but I think that firing was more so of the season, right? The defense was never consistent. They started off strong, and then they just went up and down all season. When DeMeco Ryans and Robert Saleh had that defense here, peak the entire season, right? So I understand the firing. I don't know what Kyle Shanahan has to do, right, to get a ring. He lost with the Falcons. He lost with the 49ers in 2020. He lost again. He just needed to have more. And then Spencer Burford, my boy from UTSA, in overtime, the 49ers had a chance. This is going back, I know. My boy from UTSA, Spencer Burford, the right guard, missed his assignment. How? In the biggest play of the game, when the 49ers could have scored 6 in overtime, had I forgot who he had wide open, George Kittle, and he couldn't set his feet, get a dot right into the end zone. I think it was Brandon Ayuk, one of those, right? And he just missed his assignment, the biggest assignment ever, which is blocking Chris Jones, right? Came straight at Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy couldn't set his lead foot, throw a dot, which I think would have been a touchdown. But I digress. Patrick Mahomes has a dynasty going. Chasing GOAT talks, conversations. He already was. Brock Purdy played well. I think he'll be fine. I think this experience will be good for him. Dre Greenlaw, let's see how he comes back from that injury. George Kittle, we need more out of you. I think he had 2 catches for 4 yards when he said, "I will be back. I will be back here, and I will be back with vengeance." You can't even spell vengeance with 4 catches, okay? 4 yards. Come on, George. And then what do we have that's transpired too? Brandon Ayuk pretty much saying hey, we're remember what got you there, right? And Brandon Ayuk, you didn't play so good as well, man. And then who else? Well, obviously CMC is gonna be back. Will Trent Williams play another season, or will Silverback retire? I saw Steve Spags got an extension. Steve Spagnuolo, really good for the Chiefs. Impressive season for a defensive coordinator. That dude, Steve Spags, solid. With Andy Reid, solid. I think Travis Kelce's coming back. So much, right? So much to talk about. And yeah, that was the result. I had said 24-21. I think the score was 22-25. I was close. But yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs win the bowl, and unfortunately, the NFL season is over, right? But what do you think? You think the Chiefs are here now, the dynasty, the new Patriots, or not? Maybe let's slow their roll. They've won 3 in the last 4, been to 4 in the last 4. So I think they are a dynasty. But agree to disagree. Just meet me at the 50-yard line. Peace.